Yo, yo, yo. What's good? What's good? It's Stormy B Man, and I am back. Welcoming you to Kung Fu Film Focus for this Tuesday, June 16th, 2026. Tonight we are going to review a classic, a modern day classic in the tremendous genre of Kung Fu films, Ip Man from 2008, starring Donnie Yen, directed by Wilson Yip. And this film ranks very high on the entertainment value chart for martial art films. It's a biographical film covering the grandmaster of the art of Wing Chun, Kung Fu, Ip Man. And Ip Man is noted through history as having brought forth tons of students, where the art has been passed down through a lineage of fighters, starting from a woman that invented this martial art, all the way through the early 70s, where we saw a martial arts film star in Bruce Lee, who was a student of Ip Man's. So it's interesting that finally a story would be told about this man, a very slight man. But he was very noteworthy in the martial arts community. The film has spawned many sequels, 3 starring Donnie Yen and several others, including a television show, because it's Ip Man's story and the martial arts of Wing Chun Kung Fu have been propelled forward similarly to Wong Fei Hung. And as we get more and more away from the autobiographical elements of telling his story, of course, there will be more embellishments and fantastic tellings of his exploits. But altogether, it is just another way of promoting martial arts. I want to say salute to everybody that's out there. Didn't expect so many people to come in for the Kung Fu Film Focus. I appreciate each and every one of you. And to acknowledge that, I'm going to go ahead and do a roll call. Yeah, and see who we got in the building with us this evening. I mean, we're broadcasting across several channels. I got the Stormy B Man channel, and the Kung Fu Temple and Entertainment channel, as well as Rumble. But please take note that we will move right over to Rumble after I complete my intro for this, because let me just say, we're better suited at Rumble, and we're going to do our thing there. So give me another few minutes. I'll go through this roll call quickly if I can. I got a couple of screens pulled up here, so I'll probably say some names from one screen and other names from a different screen. We got LPRN in the building, Will Sinclair, Shogun, the real Shogun of Harlem, is in the building, 76 tonight. Ratchet since 91. What's good with you? We got Wings, that's also known as EJ, out there. Appreciate you stopping in, brother. Mr. Shelton is out there. Ip Maine. Yes, sir, Mr. Shelton. You always find a way to put that Maine in there, don't you, Mr. Shelton? Yes, sir. And we got a Rumble rant from the brother EJ out there. He says, Ip Man is a phenomenal selection for Kung Fu films. Heavyweight? Yes, sir. Let me tell you something. An instant classic. When I saw this movie for the first time, and I've been following Donnie Yen for a long time, but let me just say that when I saw this film, knew what he had put himself through, because Donnie Yen, who is a real classically trained wushu kung fu martial artist, his mom taught him from the child, and he also went to the Shaolin Temple. Donnie Yen actually went to study Wing Chun Kung Fu to play this role, and I do believe that he waited to the right time and age to be able to play such a strong martial arts, real life, true to life character, because he brought the confidence of a real martial artist, and with his acting experience under his belt, he was able to portray the young Ip Man in a way that is very respectful. So salute to Donnie Yen for that. Also, we have in the building Adrian Viet out there. Appreciate you being there. I got Will Sinclair. We got, who else? There's somebody I didn't call out. Convos with Cam in the building, saying salute Stormy in chat. Blessings to you always. Appreciate you. Convos with Cam. Appreciate you being out there. And my brother, Black Martial Arts Society. Yeah, what's good with you, man? Salute. Listen, I did post the link for Rumble in there, and please take the time out to make sure that you go over there and give me a follow on Rumble, and where we will pick the show up as I go in greater detail about this film. Again, released in 2008, December 10th, in Beijing, China, where it premiered. This film opened to rave reviews from critics. They applauded the storytelling, the acting, and of course the martial arts choreography. The director, Wilson Ip, he is noted for having produced some pretty darn good films himself. For an example, for his filmography, and he's been an actor too over the years. As a director, films such as SPL, which starred Donnie Yen, from 2005, Dragon Tiger Gate, which was based on an anime from 2006, which starred Donnie Yen as well, Flashpoint from 2007. Those three films that I just mentioned are excellent films that also star Donnie Yen, amongst some other famous martial arts stars. And let me tell you, Donnie Yen in SPL as a cop, an inspector, also co-starring Sammo Hung, who was also the co-martial arts choreographer for this film, Ip Man. Excellent stuff, man. Just excellent stuff. If you haven't had a chance to see these films that I just mentioned, do yourself a solid and check them out, particularly SPL. And for those of you who don't like to watch the films in their original Mandarin language with subtitles, the original Mandarin language films that are uncut are the best to watch because you usually catch action and a little bit of violence that you wouldn't see in the cut versions. But SPL is outstanding. I'm going to do a Kung Fu film focus on that eventually. I have to get around to it because it is one of the best films that I've seen in the past, I want to say 20 years. Yeah. So, yeah, Donnie Yen, whose filmography is quite vast within itself, starring in this film, and up to this date, he has been in 69 films. Donnie has. His original debut was in a film called Drunken Tai Chi, which was choreographed in action by Yuan Wu Ping and the Yuan clan. And from that point, he just found himself starring in all types of martial art films. Once Upon a Time in China 2, Tiger Cage, Cheetah on Fire, Iron Monkey, Wing Chun, Circus Kid, Iron Monkey 2, Legend of the Wolf, which is an outstanding film, also known as The New Big Boss, Shanghai Affairs, Hero from 2002, which co-starred Jet Li. Again, Dragon, Tiger Gate, SPL, Painted Skin, Bodyguards and Assassins, 14 Blades, Special ID, Monkey King, and more. I mean, 69 films. Donnie has been doing it to death, you know? And he's also been in some American films, like the John Wick series. He's appeared in John Wick film. He was in a Star Wars film, Rogue One. Donnie has come a long way. And though Jet Li was out front, he really closed that gap between himself and Jet Li, where they not only appeared on screen together, but drove action and martial art films forward for a new generation that wanted to get beyond the great legendary Jackie Chan. He has been the action director for 14 films, and one film in particular that he was the action director for The Princess Blade, based on a anime. Princess Blade is an outstanding live action film of an anime. If you guys have heard of that, if you follow anime, check out Princess Blade. Great stuff there, choreographed by Donnie Yen. So, getting into Ip Man, it won 9 awards when released. It won the Golden Horse Film Award, For best action choreography, it was also, oh, I'm sorry, I looked at the wrong page. Let me get this right for you guys, because I hate making mistakes like that. So, the Hong Kong Film Awards from 2008 saw them win for best action choreography and best new film. Listen, this film struck people by surprise because, one, Hong Kong people kind of knew Ip Man's name. They knew him. He was based in Hong Kong up until the time he passed away. And his legendary teaching of martial arts, along with Bruce Lee being a student of his, there was a lot that came with that. But to portray him on screen was something that hadn't been thought about. Donnie Yen did a great job. Going into this film, his martial arts prowess was highly respected. So the fact that he was able to go and take Wing Chun lessons and learn the art for himself, and having Sammo Hung be the choreographer for the film with him, where Sammo learned Wing Chun many years ago with films like The Prodigal Son and Warriors 2, where Wing Chun Kung Fu were featured heavily in those films. Sammo has a long history of having done great choreography with Wing Chun Kung Fu. And Sammo has become one of the best martial arts choreographers over the past 40, almost 50 years. Yeah. So that's great stuff there. You know, very exciting. Now, I'm going to ask everyone to follow me right on over to Rumble as we get ready to make this transition so we can get down to the nitty and the gritty of Ip Man. So I'll give you guys a chance. Someone please repost the link in the chat for Rumble. EJ, can you do that solid for me, brother? And we'll take a quick moment to allow everyone that wants to follow over to Rumble to make the transition. Yes.